Hi, I am Håvar Bauck from HotelOnline. We are a Pan-African Traveltech scale-up started by two Norwegian entrepreneurs. Through a series of coincidences, my former college mate Endre and I found ourselves living in the same neighborhood in Nairobi, more than 10 years after graduating. We were always discussing business ideas that could work in Kenya, and we saw that one of the obvious gaps in the market was that there was no budget hotel next to the airport. And Jomo Kenyatta International Airport was one of the major aviation hubs in Africa. So in 2014, we put together some savings, leased 5 budget apartments, threw in some budget furniture, and added free airport transfer to the mix. We started marketing this concept as an airport serviced apartments hotel, and we marketed it online. So we were fully booked from the moment go. We actually became one of the most booked properties on booking.com that year. And that means that with our 5 budget apartments, we were competing with the giants like the Hilton and the Intercontinental for online bookings. So we were doing something right, for sure. What was that? Well, we actually knew something, a little bit, about online marketing, whereas the others knew nothing. So we were basically the one-eyed kings in the kingdom of the blind. So this became our next business opportunity. We started taking over the online marketing for budget hotels in Kenya, Uganda, Rwanda, and we brought them business instantly. We set up a 24/7 booking center. We started working with Hotel Beds, HRS, Hotels Pro, and some other online travel agents and bed banks. We incorporated Savannah Sunrise Limited as the vehicle for that business. From simply putting hotels on Expedia and Booking.com, we quickly evolved into a virtual marketing department for hotels with a 24/7 central reservations desk. We developed an expertise on content production, high quality pictures, online profiles fine-tuned for performance. We poached some top sales resources from Jumia Travel, and we expanded into more exotic markets like Eritrea and South Sudan. And to date, in those two latter markets, most online bookings still pass through us. By the end of 2015, we worked with 120 hotels. So in 2016, we grew to 400 hotels. We were moving onwards and upwards fast. We signed up hotels in markets like the Democratic Republic of Congo, Malawi, Madagascar. Some Polish guys in Nigeria tried to copy our business model, and plagiarism is the most sincere form of flattery, right? Those guys were known as Hotel Oga. They had raised investor money from the moment go and focused aggressively on building their own technology. They were our diametrical opposites. We had virtually no funding, so we had no choice but to build a profitable business model. Hence, we were actually making money. The other guys were less preoccupied with profitability and financial sustainability because their plan was always to raise more money later anyway. Now, when that plan fell through, they came to us and proposed a merger in early 2017. So we took a look at the case, we did a due diligence, and we turned down the offer because the financials were undesirable. So in the meantime, while the talks were going on, Hotel Oga had already rushed out a press release about the merger talks, so it was all over the Kenyan and Nigerian press. Anyway, Hotel Olga collapsed, and we moved in and acquired their Polish technology entity in a much better deal. In the process, we also rebranded from Savannah Sunrise to HotelOnline and moved aggressively into the Nigerian market. Our Nigerian investors, they put in some money and supported us actively as we established a firm foothold in Africa's economic powerhouse. And that's how we moved from being a regional East African player to being a continental startup. 2017 was an insane year for us. Besides the acquisition, we more than doubled in size to more than 1,000 hotels. All this with very little money. In late 2017, we became the first African startup to successfully complete an equity crowdfunding. But even with this, our total funding was still less than $500,000. So in 2018, we entered another merger, this time with a Senegalese Traveltech called Teranga. That gave us an even stronger foothold in West Africa and a francophone office. At the same time, we acquired the Nordic booking portal City Hotels, and we acquired the guestmaker technology from NewMind Tellus. We also acquired a vacation rental service in Kristiansand called Solferie. At this point, we had become fairly big and complex, and we needed strategic guidance. So we brought together some of our most talented shareholders and put together a professional board of directors. What a team, and what a change. From being totally in control and doing what we wanted, we got a tough team of no-nonsense people subjecting us to rules, policies, and worse, budgets. This transformed us from a chaotic startup into an ever more streamlined scale-up. The process is still ongoing. In 2019, we raised $320,000 from Norway, Nigeria, and India. We have also just reached an agreement to merge our Nordic activities with the Norwegian unit of Key Butler. This is becoming a lean but sizable unit using our tested and proven solutions and our highly experienced back office in Africa. A win-win with massive potential to scale. So what do we do? Most hotels in Africa, except the biggest ones and the chain hotels, are low-tech. Just being online is no longer enough to stand out. Unless you know exactly what you're doing, you won't get a good ranking on sites like Expedia, Booking.com, or Ctrip. And if you're on page 5, people won't find your hotel and then they won't book. We run the entire online marketing for hotels in all channels, from all the booking sites and the meta searches and the bed banks to the official hotel website with live booking engines. We also use artificial intelligence-based dynamic pricing to ensure prices adjust to the demand in the market in order to fill up the hotels. What difference do we make? We enable small and medium-sized hotels across the continent to compete against the global hotel chains, bringing jobs and wealth creation to local, small and medium-sized businesses. Watch this space as we transform the travel and hospitality industry across Africa.